know, you throw that, I always forget, Unraveled Earth. Thank you very much. When you throw that on the ground, there's just an extra thing that G2 has to think about. And with another dash coming through from the Gnar, not a good matchup into the Renekton. And you can see that a little bit more a little bit more pick is what I meant to say on the side of G2, but more team fighting options compared to what we had in game 1.
There isn't much that Jarvan can really do here.
Look at the top side here. Brook played in that mini Gnar form, flashes away with the Predator though with the seismic shot for the follow-up, and KC's Koreans.
KC playing with the pressure well, but Skumon fishing for a fight.
He's going to take the fight here. When it becomes lightning, Skumon dashes in with the Audacious Charge, does land the smite now, and Yike is slowed up. Broken Blade with a Gnar into the wall, and even with a Cataclysm, there is no terrain you can build to save your life. Who now can't escape either. A Spirit forward from Caps, dodges to the side of the Aquabus and still lands the charm. Wild Growth for the knockup. Caps has another Spirit Rush as Kalis tries to get out, does have Flash, uses the barrier too, and will manage to escape Caps' clutches, but with a flash and a charm, there is no escape from G2's mid laner.
G2 turned the play around. Caps had gone for the reset, just picked up the lost chapter. BB with the last dredges of his Mega Gnar. And maybe more.
Polymorph.
Wind becomes lightning and Busio becomes Sashimi. Skumon spears him. He's gone harpoon fishing for a bit of Nami.
The problem for Jarvan is, as a champion, he doesn't have the strongest dueling power. And when you're fighting against a Sundered Sky, Yehu on the roam once again.
For Hunsama and LeBron, tidal wave down, seismic shove, still clips the Lulu who tried to flash away. Hunsama has to dash out of that Aqua Prism. Meanwhile, Skumon just continuing to do whatever he wants on this side of the map. Rufus Predator's coming out. Yike, even with a Dragon Strike, can't really get through that Crescent Guard.
But he wants to spend the gold before this fight starts.
TP in from Kana. KC are going for a 5-man play. Caps TP's back into the mid lane. Broken Blade trying to dash onto Yehu here. The Drake down to 1,000. Kana goes in with the Ruthless Predator. Immediately he's charmed up. Yehu forced to flash into the back of the pit. Almost dies to BB. The Drake secured. Kana pays for it with his life. And Caps wants to Spirit Rush for a little bit more. Dodges to the side of the tidal wave. Busio getting chased down. Another Spirit Rush. Oh, charm almost onto Yike. Skumon tries to get in when the room becomes lightning, but doesn't clip anyone from KC. They'll lose 2. Skumon trying to cut him off with the pass as well. Will G2 chase for more here? It looks like the answer is a resounding yes as the Bob steps forward. Broken Blade almost mega. Yike has no flash. Skumon tried to proc the Q3 but couldn't get it mid-dash of Yike.
They shepherd KC away from the tower to allow for Broken Blade to gain access to this wave, access to the tower, and deny KC as much as possible. KC do a good job of getting the dragon, but they end up losing the fight, and G2 gain more on the map.
I think Caps is trying to predict the flash from Busio with that charm as well, but now Yehu overextended.
Yeah, no. I don't think there's any escape. Hunsama takes it. Chucks an orb at him.
He sees he goes forward.
It's fine. Let's just make sure we're on the same page, guys, when we take place.
Established in their jungle by G2 off of the evade that they had as well. So G2 kind of knew already that that play was going to happen on the top.
Kana really only has armor here as the Spirit Rush comes in from Caps. Dominus pop. Caps low on mana. Spirit rushes forward. Foxfire needs an auto. The rocket belts enough. And Caps takes down the Croc.
Nice solo kill from Caps. I didn't think that he would actually have the damage in order to secure that kill, but they get the flash out from Renekton. The TP as well will be used. Yehu on the hunt.
Weaver's Wall on the wrong side of it, puts it down, okay. He wanted the Cinder for the extra movement speed. As you say, he's stalling. TP comes in, Skumon's almost here as well. Yehu looking at that seismic shot, but Caps dodges to the side of it, and even though Caps is low on mana, he has the teammates in support. Yehu flashes, but the threaded volley doesn't find its mark as G2 find another.
They are trying to collapse onto Caps. They think his ultimate's off cooldown, but it's back up.
Spirit rushes once through the Predator for the stun. Spirit rushes across the wall. Charm doesn't land. Maybe expecting Yike to flash into it that time.
Was a good charm.
Yeah, makes sense. Makes sense.
KC come to contest. That is G2's ideal spot. They will look to turn and fight and close out this game.
You can be like Yagami at any portion of your life, Betty. Change things in your 30s if you want, as Caps lands the charm. Only has 9 stacks in that book. And yeah, KC realised they can't really step past the Ortho in the mid lane. And there's Baron for G2.
Harder for KC to engage on.
Skumon really wants Sushi tonight as he jumps onto Busio. Is caught up in the Aqua Prism, but Busio's half HP. Cap still has the Spirit Rush in the mid lane. No flash for him, but has tools at his disposal to escape, and now G2 pushing in. Yahoo with a good Unraveled Earth will stun Broken Blade in his tracks. Seismic Shot gets the knockback as well as Broken Blade gnaws into nothingness, and Broken Blade falls into the abyss afterwards as Kalist picks up his second kill of the game. A Weaver's Wall forward from Yahoo as he looks to find what he can sew out of this situation, but Caps goes in and Bucio will go down, and Orb of Deception from Caps enough. Skumon flashing forward, the Crescent Guard spells Yahoo's dead, and KC, they had a small sliver of victory in their eyes, and immediately they are shut closed by G2.
Great fate for Broken Blade, I guess, as G2 managed to close that one out. It was dominant though regardless, as G2 pick up the win.
Yeah, usually first Barons don't lead to wins in the LEC, but this one led to a resounding victory for G2. They'll even up these finals 1-1, as both teams have shown exactly what they can bring in these first two games.
Sub 23 minutes. Wow. I mean, what a dominant performance. 5-0-5 for Caps, 6-0-3 for Skumon. G2 came back with a vengeance in this series.